Brutal opening. Your life is not the way it is because of circumstances. Your life is the way it is because of excuses. And you're lying to yourself about why. The excuses men make. Let me list them. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have energy. I have kids. I have a wife. I have a job. I have responsibilities. I'm too old. I'm too tired. I don't have genetics. I'm not talented. I'm not smart enough. Maybe next week. Maybe next month. Maybe next year. These are not reasons. These are excuses. The difference, reasons versus excuses. A reason is true. An excuse is a lie you tell yourself. I can't run because I have a broken leg. That's a reason. I don't have time to train. That's an excuse. Everyone has the same 24 hours. You have a choice. How to use them. The statistics. Listen to this. 95% of men who fail at their goals blame circumstances. 5% succeed. And they had the same circumstances. The difference is one thing, excuses. The 95% made excuses. The 5% did not. How excuses work. Here's how excuses work. You want to change. But change is hard. So your mind creates an excuse, I don't have time. The excuse feels true. So you stop trying. Excuse becomes permission to quit. The excuse hierarchy. Some excuses are obvious. I'm too tired. Obvious excuse. Some excuses are sneaky. I need to be perfect. This sounds like ambition, but it's an excuse. If you need to be perfect, you never start. The identity excuse. This is the most powerful excuse. That's just not who I am. I'm not a morning person. I'm not fit. I'm not ambitious. I'm not disciplined. These statements create identity that makes excuses justify. The victim mentality. Some men believe life happened to them. Not because of their choices. But because of circumstances. Bad parents. Bad luck. Bad timing. Yes, circumstances matter. But they don't determine your future. Your choices do. The comparison trap. Men make excuses by comparing. He's naturally talented. I'm not. He had better opportunities. I didn't. He had more time. I don't. But every successful person had obstacles. They just didn't use them as excuses. The truth behind the excuse. Let me tell you what's really happening. When you say, I don't have time, what you really mean is, this is not a priority for me. That's the truth. That's honest. You have time. You just don't want to use it for this. And that's okay. But don't lie and call it no time. The pain of honesty. It's painful to admit. I don't change because I don't want to change. Badly enough. It's easier to say, I don't have time. Because one is your fault. The other is circumstance. And people love blaming circumstance. The excuse that controls your life. The excuse that controls most men's lives is, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to train. I'm not ready to start a business. I'm not ready to leave this job. I'm not ready to change. But readiness never comes. Readiness is a feeling. And the feeling only comes from action. The excuse that sounds smart. Some men make smart-sounding excuses. I need the right strategy. I need to learn more. I need to plan better. But they're researching, not doing. They've read 50 books on fitness but never trained. They've watched 100 business videos but never started. Reading is an excuse dressed up as preparation. The pattern. The pattern is: think about it, make excuses, do nothing. Regret it, think about it again. It repeats. Year after year. The cost of excuses. What's an excuse costing you? 1 year of excuses, you're still the same. 5 years of excuses, you've declined. 10 years of excuses, you're stuck. 20 years of excuses, you're resentful. The man with no excuses. A man with no excuses looks different. He has a crappy job. He's training anyway. He has no money. He's building anyway. He has no time. He's working anyway. He's not making excuses. He's making progress. The power of admission. The first step is honest admission. I have made excuses. I have blamed circumstances. I have used these excuses to not change. That's the hardest step. Because it's admitted. Halt. Transition to part 2. Part 2 is about what happens when you stop making excuses. Part 2 open. When a man stops making excuses, something changes. Not slowly. Dramatically. Because suddenly, everything is possible. The moment of no excuses. There's a moment when a man decides, I'm done making excuses. Not a gradual decision. An instant decision. And from that moment, his life is different. The immediate effects. What happens immediately? Your energy changes. Because you're not fighting yourself. Your focus changes. Because you're not thinking about excuses. Your results change. Because you're actually trying. The first obstacle without excuses. The first time you hit an obstacle after deciding. No more excuses, something magical happens. Before, I can't do this. I don't have time. Now, I don't have time. So I need to make time. The first response is excuse. The second is solution. The problem-solving man. When you stop making excuses, you become a problem-solving man. Problem, no time. Solution, wake up earlier. Train at midnight. Train at 6 a.m. Problem, no money. Solution, save. Find ways to earn more. Invest. Problem, no energy. Solution, eat better. Sleep better. The energy comes. The speed of progress. The speed of progress increases immediately. Because you're not wasting energy on excuses. All that energy goes to action. The small victories. Every day, a man without excuses gets small victories. I didn't have time, but I trained anyway. I was tired, but I did it anyway. I wanted to quit, but I didn't. Every small victory builds confidence. The confidence snowball. After a few days of small victories, confidence appears. Not from outside. From inside. From proving to yourself you can do hard things. That confidence spreads to everything. The ripple effect. When you stop making excuses, people notice. Your family notices. Your friends notice. Your co-workers notice. They see someone different. Someone who doesn't complain. Who takes action. And suddenly, people want to follow you. The relationship shift. Your relationships change. Weak people pull away. Because your strength makes them uncomfortable. Strong people gravitate to you because they see someone like them. The career shift. Your career improves without you trying. Why? Because you're someone who gets things done. No excuses. No delays. Just results. Your boss notices. Your colleagues notice. Opportunities appear. The financial shift. Your finances improve. Because you're not wasting time making excuses. You find ways to save. Find ways to earn more. Because you stopped accepting no from circumstances. The mental clarity. Something shifts in your mind. The constant internal debate stops. The internal voice arguing for excuses disappears. You're clear. You're focused. You're powerful. The identity shift. Your identity shifts. You're no longer someone who wants to change. You're someone who is changing. That's a different person. And that person doesn't make excuses. The point of no return. Around 30 days without excuses, you reach a point of no return. You've experienced what it's like to be someone without excuses. And you don't want to go back. The excuse temptation returns. But around day 15, the excuse temptation returns. Your mind says, just this once. Just one excuse. This is the critical moment. If you make one excuse, you're back on the path. If you resist, you get stronger. The resistance technique. When the excuse temptation comes, do this. Acknowledge it. I feel like making an excuse. Remember your decision. I decided no more excuses. Take action anyway. I'm doing this. That's it. 3 steps. The momentum becomes unstoppable. By week 4, momentum is real. You can't stop yourself even if you wanted to. The person you're becoming doesn't make excuses. So you don't make excuses. The comparison to the excuse man. Meanwhile, the excuse man is still where he was 4 weeks ago. Making the same excuses. Blaming the same circumstances. And you're unrecognizable. The power shift. You understand something the excuse man doesn't. You have power. Not power over circumstances. Power over your response to circumstances. And that's the only power that matters. The freedom. There's a freedom that comes from no excuses. Because you're not blaming anyone. You're not blaming circumstances. You're not blaming the universe. You're responsible. And responsibility is freedom. Transition to part 3. Part 3 is about living a life with no excuses. Forever. Part 3 opening. Part 3 is about making no excuses your permanent lifestyle. Not for 30 days. For life. The no excuse declaration. Make a public declaration. I am someone who does not make excuses. Say it. Write it. Live it. The excuse audit. First, audit your current excuses. Write down every excuse you've made in the last year. I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm too tired. Etc. Write them all down. The truth underneath each excuse. Now, for each excuse, write the truth. I don't have time equals, this is not a priority. I don't have money equals, I'm not willing to sacrifice for this. I'm too tired equals, I'm choosing comfort over growth. The truth is uncomfortable. That's why you use excuses. The decision protocol. For each area of your life, decide. Will I use excuses? Or will I take responsibility? This is binary. No middle ground. If you decide to take responsibility, write it down. I take full responsibility for my fitness. I take full responsibility for my finances. I take full responsibility for my career. The daily practice. Every morning, say this. I am responsible for my life. No excuses. No blaming. Just results. Say it while doing push-ups. Make it real. The obstacle response. When an obstacle appears, follow this protocol. 1. Name the obstacle, I don't have time. 2. Acknowledge it, that's true. 3. Find the solution, so I'll wake up earlier. 4. Take action, do it. This is the no excuse response. The excuse temptation defense. When temptation comes to make an excuse, ask yourself, is this true or is this convenient? Usually, it's convenient. And you don't accept convenience anymore. The weekly review. Every Sunday, ask yourself, did I make any excuses this week? If yes, why did I make that excuse? What was I really trying to avoid? How will I handle it differently next week? The monthly challenge. Every month, increase the challenge. Month 1, no excuses in fitness. Month 2, no excuses in fitness plus financially. Month 3, no excuses in all areas. By month 3, no excuses in your entire life. The obstacle becomes the way. When you stop making excuses, obstacles become opportunities. No time. Great. I get to be creative with scheduling. No money. Great. I get to be resourceful. No support. Great. I get to be independent. The strength of ownership. There's immense strength in full ownership. You own your body. You own your finances. You own your career. You own your life. Nobody is responsible for your life except you. And that's powerful. The mentor effect. Once you've mastered no excuses, you can mentor others. You can show them, this is how you stop making excuses. Your example becomes their inspiration. The family effect. Your children see you living without excuses. They grow up believing they can do anything. You're breaking the excuse cycle in your family. The legacy. Your ultimate legacy is a life with no excuses. Not a perfect life, but a real life. A life where you took responsibility. A life where you got results. The freedom of no excuses. The ultimate freedom is not excuses. The ultimate freedom is responsibility. Because when you're responsible, you have power. The final challenge. So here's my final challenge. For the next 30 days, make no excuses. Not one. Every obstacle, you solve it. Every temptation, you overcome it. Every excuse that appears, you reject it. Can you do 30 days with no excuses? The closing. Excuses are lies. You know they're lies. Everyone knows they're lies. But you tell them anyway because excuses are easier than truth. But truth is stronger than excuses. And the truth is, you're capable of anything. If you stop making excuses. Now stop making excuses. And build the life you actually want.